Hello, so I'm going to be going over the ammo glitch in Resident Evil 4 Remake. In an any percent run, you perform this glitch 4 different times, 5 if you're on professional. It can be quite hard to get the timing down, especially if you're a new runner, so I thought it would be useful to make a little tutorial on all the different areas, give my perspective on the setups and stuff like that. So yeah, the first one I'm going to be going over is here. In any percent standard, this is the first time you'll perform the glitch. I'll go over the chapter 7 one that you do in professional later. I'm going to be using the riot gun for this tutorial. You can also use the stingray, but it has a slightly different timing. The way that I have my weapon wheel set up, some people have different setups. This is just the one that I personally use. In slot number 2 I have the riot gun. This is the gun that you're going to be performing it with, so to speak. And the next is the one that you want the ammo for, so in this case the rocket launcher. And the next one, which is the pistol, is the weapon that you want to use the ammo of. So I'm reloading with the riot gun. In the reload animation I'm switching to the rocket launcher and then the pistol, so it uses the ammunition of the pistol. I'm just going to show it off first and then I'll do it again, but with a better explanation of the timing. So as you can see, we have the rocket launcher. It's using the ammunition of the pistol. You can just keep shooting it. So the way that I time it is using the beeps from the whatever the fuck this is. I think it's like nitrogen or some shit. So after I press the button here, there's going to be 2 beeps. I do it on 2.5. So in between the second and the third beep is when you'll want to start reloading. Let me just show that. So 1, 2.5. And that's when I start the reload. Then you'll want to look at the reload animation of the riot gun. So I switch kind of when Leon brings his left arm up back towards the shotgun. Let me just show it. If you're running any percent, this glitch is just going to be something that you're going to want to practice a lot to get the timing down for. It's very easy to get it too early or too late, even though you do have quite a bit of leeway on the timing with the riot gun. It can still be quite difficult. As for switching over to the pistol, the timing does not matter at all. You can leave that as late as you want. I just kind of do it in one motion, switch to the rocket launcher then the pistol, but you can actually leave it for as long as you'd like. It doesn't really matter, so it's one less thing that you need to think about really. So wait a while and then switch. Makes absolutely no difference. The next one I'm going to be going over is the Dynamite Skip, I guess you could call it. The chapter 11 ammo glitch. So this one's a little harder to practice because sometimes you can get a really scuffed autosave up here. So you'll want to make a save at the start of chapter 11, just in case. So as you come up these stairs, there's a guy with a Molotov who's going to come out here. You don't want to aggro him too early, but also not too late. You want him to not stand too far back because you can throw it up there. But you want him to throw the Molotov at you, and you'll want to do basically the same thing as the Verdugo ammo glitch. Again, you want to aggro him, stand about here, wait for him to throw it. I start the reload a little bit after it leaves his hands, and then I scroll up pretty much right as the Molotov hits me. It's a bit awkward to learn the timing of, but yeah, this means you don't need to go and collect the dynamite, and you can just come down here and clear the path. So I'll do another slow motion. This one can be quite difficult to get. It definitely gave me a lot of trouble. This guy can just be a complete dickhead. Luis can also be a bit of a cunt. You can shoot him while you're waiting for this guy to throw... He survived, what the fuck? While you're waiting for him to throw the Molotov, sorry, you can aim at Luis, or you can shoot him to make sure that he doesn't shoot him or end up shooting the Molotov or something like that. In runs it's a little bit scary, especially when you're starting out, because the autosave that you get here can be really, really random. Sometimes you get the shovel guy, and yeah, obviously you might want to make a safety save at the typewriter. But yeah, so the next ammo glitch is very useful and also very easy. And you want to make sure that you have a flash coming into this section, or that you have enough to craft a flash with. So in this section, Luis can get stuck fighting the Novistadors for an infinite amount of time. It loses you a lot of time if it happens. It's very annoying. So you perform the glitch using the fire from this explosive barrel. And I'll just go over the timing. I start reloading as I sprint towards it using kind of the corner of this plank here. So let me just reload the save. I'll just show you what that looks like. So right as I reach the corner, I reload, and then just before I hit the fire is when I switch up. It's quite easy, you just want to get used to doing it. I still mess it up and run sometimes. It can be quite difficult, especially with the fire ones. It can be the fire ones, it can be kind of misleading as to where the hitbox of the fire actually is. It's usually earlier than you think. So reload at the corner of the plank and switch just before you hit the fire, and then switch to the pistol at some point during the fire animation. So the last time you do the glitch in a run is at Sadler. It's basically the same as the flash one. The movement can be kind of weird because the barrel is kind of in a corner. It's that barrel right there, so you want to run towards it. I use the kind of lines between the tiles as a reference. So let me just do it real quick and then I'll explain it better. Shoot the barrel. Into the fire and reload. Let me try and show it again to get a better idea of when I start reloading. It's quite difficult to like explain it right off the bat, but about here. And then I reload. I still managed to get that even though the fire like went away right at the end. But yeah, it's, that is the ammo glitch for Sadler. The last one I want to show off is only used on Professional because of the lack of checkpoints. So there's going to be a catapult that blows up about there. You want to use that. Oops. Yeah, so this catapult is going to go off like that. You just want to run towards it and perform it pretty much exactly the same way as the other fire ones. This save that I'm using is on standard. I don't have any professional saves because I don't run professional, but it just means that you can get through a lot easier. Yeah, so if you're looking to run this game, or you already do run this game, you should definitely join the Resident Evil 4 Speedrunning Community Discord. Everyone there's very nice and happy to help you. Hope this was somewhat helpful, maybe. I'll probably make a few more of these on different skips in the future, so yeah, bye bye.